Ang bawas tayo, Johan. Ito kanya, oh. How are you guys? I hope
Ah,
everybody's doing fine.
dahil
Okay.
watch Nagino.
Yes. So this is our what we have one more week left, and on our topics tonight, I just said we're going to talk about the language bowl. I noticed that no one really asked me to talk about money. I'm not going to go. We have dimes, nickels, pennies. We don't have pennies anymore, but we have those words. But I'll give you two words for money. Mazaska, mazaska, and that is your dollar bills. Do you guys see that? And then we have gashpabi. Gashpabi, that is your loose change, your toonies and loonies, quarters, dimes, and nickels. Those are mostly what everybody uses, and those are just like two of the easiest ones. I was teaching you about your sentences and your giving you words for those of you who want to know about language structure. Did you guys? That's something that you guys wanted to know about? The language the language bowl isn't. It's about teaching you phrases that you guys. How have you guys been doing speaking about the language bowl? Have you been using the phrases? Have you been trying to implement them in your daily day-to-day activities?
I got to speak to somebody who speaks Lakota at the ceremony this weekend. So I got a little bit of
Oh,
practice.
nice.
So
You spoke
I don't have
Lakota?
anybody who speaks in my house, but they spoke Lakota and we could understand each other for the most part. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. We could. Anybody else practice their using the language? Okay. Good to know. Kidding. So I'll teach you a little bit about. I'll just tell you about the sentence structure. I guess is the word I'm looking for. We usually talk about our noun, our object, and our verb first, as in day, good day. Oh, right here, day, time of day, whatever, amba, and then washte be your verb to mean like good, to do well, to do good. After that, we usually have your demonstratives, your prepositions, your adverbs, and then your verb at the end as well. Um, Syllables and the accents, they matter. I believe I told you that. It's usually the second syllable vowel is always accented, but there are words as in amba that the first one is accented on because I wouldn't say
And these
amba.
accents represent the word stress. So whichever letter is accented is going to be the letter and vowel combination you want to hit the strongest in the word.
Yeah, usually on a slightly higher level than the rest of the word. Daya, amba, washte. See, so notice the difference. Daya, chimnaga, mazaska, gashpapi, washte.
The accents are most important when you're writing for other people. So if you know the word, just write it however you know how to understand it and say it, right?
Yes, see, I'm not one to teach. I don't usually teach spelling. I don't care. Most of the time for me, I don't care how you guys spell it. You spell it the way you can say it as long as you're speaking it correctly.
Because I joined the Dakota the Nakoda Lakota language summit group, and they don't care about spelling in there.
Yeah, yeah. As long
as people can understand it.
Yep, exactly. That's because I don't know how many of you wanted to know this. That's why I'm sharing. It is
very interesting though. There is no word order in Algonquinian language, so you can just throw words wherever. There's no sentence structure, linguistics, none. It's like, but the words that you want to be like in a sentence together obviously have to be grouped together, right? But besides that, there's no verb, subject, object order at all.
Yeah, we didn't have filled in linguistics for part of our language documentation, which we're grateful now, or else without them, our language would be dying. So yeah, that's where ours comes from. And then like I said, it's also evolved since European contact as well.
Yeah.
So
that happens. Lenape language in the Algonquian family has a bunch of loan words from like Dutch and Swedish, I believe.
And it just means like the whole sentence. Deadly. That's what. After a while, verb conjugation in Nakoda can do that. One word can mean a whole sentence as well.
Yeah. All the Indian languages in North America and honestly throughout most of Turtle Island are polysynthetic, which they can get really, really information dense.
Yeah. Yes, like I said, I went to linguistics, but man, it wasn't something, not that I didn't enjoy it, but
if it's something that you're not interested, it's one of the most boring sciences on the planet. I will admit it's something I am interested in, but I can understand how somebody who's not interested would find it absolutely boring.
It was interesting to find out about the formation of language, like and all that stuff. But
yeah,
did I give you guys weather? That's okay. You keep talking, and I'm listening.
The formation of language is really important because of all the linguistic data that you guys have, you can also reform other Siouan languages like Osage, which are critically endangered or extinct. Or what were they? What's the word for it? I forget. There's a Siouan word for the language. I'm not calling it proper. Wajeja. Wajeja is the name of the language, and it's a language that's related to Nakoda and Dakota, and it's important to have linguistic documentation because you guys are the closest relative of a language that's extinct, right? And a lot of the similar stuff is going on in the Algonquian family too, right? Where we're examining closer relatives of languages that are extinct and now going with elders and going to reconstruct their languages and stuff. Which I think is super fascinating. Cool.
There's now to find the right spelling for that one. Oh yeah, right there. But I didn't know where There's our 4 seasons. I moved my camera up even higher so that you guys could have a better look. And I couldn't find my black pen. Can you guys see the green all right?
Yeah.
How about there we go. So our fall, just wait, I'm gonna have a drink of water. Potato. So I had to drink water. Potato. That's all. This one's not so bad. Waniedu. That's our winter. Nogadu. That is our spring. And summer, I'm sorry. And our Wadu is our spring. I didn't know if you guys were wanting any of those, the 4 seasons.
Yeah, those are kind of
But those are them. I thought so.
I gotta get a writing utensil.
I forgot those. Mm. I was going through like different Nakoda resources that I have with me on me, and Maza Ochangu, they came across. They said train, and then Maza Ochangu, I came across another place said the train tracks. So maybe they both mean the same. But Ochangu is a road, right? And Maza is for like steel or
Yeah.
iron. So I guess probably translated to both. I haven't seen anything. Haven't seen anything yet anyway. As of yet, but I've noticed that was one of the things that were the same. Oh,
And
another thing I did mention when I talked about the Mazaska, sometimes they call the Woyawabi, no, yeah, paper money. I believe that's down in the Fort Belknap area. I know here we just call it Mazaska. What else was I trying to remember about the differences? I think that's what. You guys remember the numbers? Did remember the pattern for the numbers?
I don't remember the numbers, but they're in the handout.
Yep. Go from 1 to 10, and then a keh then add a keh when you go from 11 to 13, and then you go with Gemna, Num, Sum, whatever number you're going to use. With Gemna.
Yeah. I remember that the Lakota. I remember that the number system for Nakoda is much easier than the number system for Ojibwe. I do remember that.
It's just repetitive. It's just repetitive.
Yeah. The number system for Ojibwe, there's like a new number every single time you go up by tens, and it's confusing.
Well, thank goodness ours was easy because it didn't take me long to learn ours.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten the Ojibwe one down yet. I know that Midaswi Nishtanish is 2022. I don't remember what this year is though. It would be Midaswi Nishtana Niswi.
Omaka. Yeah, Omaka. Holy, that's a mouthful. Did I spell that right? I never three other things I never talked about. I'm not going to talk about all the stars, but I'm going to tell you about a star, which is Winchachwi. Our moon is Hawaii in Nakoda. We talk about this month. This month is we Chishtaya Zahawi. It's the sore eye month, but we use the moon, and we is our moon, our sun. I'm sorry. Hawi is our moon. Winchachwi is our stars. You know, if you ever want to look at the Winchachwi at Hahebishten, Chinjabi-ish with your children. Anybody have any questions? That's about all I wanted to add to that language, the language nest. I think those are some of the important things that I forgot that aren't in here. And then we're gonna move on.
Yeah. These are all going to be on YouTube after when you guys get the files uploaded, right?
I'm pretty sure that's or at the library anyway, for sure.
Yeah, on the Reconciliation Regina page. Yep. Some of them are already up, but just not all of them.
We'll just quickly go through the rest of them, and the way there's a couple of things we didn't go through, so I'm gonna go through the classroom duties. Chuiknagabi Otgeya. Otgeya means to hang something. I tried to say this today and I couldn't either. King Johan. We don't. I didn't have a word. This must be a Fort Belknap, or I've never heard the word for toys. For my dialect, I don't remember ever hearing a word for toys. And I was with the elder today too. I should have asked him. Anyway, it says Chakinja Homni Kayam Kayam. Put toys away. Yeah, I just say Nebasmia, clean this up. And then your garbage. Practice this, you guys. And I still Ispedbia Ichpeya. That one is easy to throw away. We use that word here. Your garbage. Sorry. Ispedbia. There we go. Ichpeya. Clean all up the toys. Inkbabi Udodo. It's like sweep your floor. Chanka dodo. Sweep the floor. Right there. Cha owaji udodo. Cha owaji udodo. Clean the floors. Bathroom duties. Winduka tibi iya. Go to the bathroom. Nambe nitawa ujaja. Wash your hands. Nambe. They're telling you both your hands here, I guess. Nambe is one hand. Nambebi nitawa. I would say bakinda. I wouldn't put a K in front of it. Hinitawa bajhaju. See, and then us and carry the kettle, we say, just say he basmia. Clean your teeth. Awodabi iknagan. Ikna. Set the table. Awodabi iknaga. Tawodabi nitawa woda. Eat your food. Tawodabi nitawa woda. Me chunks. Tawodabi nitawa woda. My daughter, eat your food. Me. Asambi nitawa yatka. Remember yatka when I showed you my TPR words? I said this was one of the words for yatka, to drink. Asambi nitawa yatka. Just going to throw this out there. Asambi suda is cheese as well, just because it's similar. Asambi is milk. Asambi suda cheese. Cleanup duties. Yogapti nitawa udodo. Clean your plate. There's your garbage again. Ispedbia ichpeya. Ispedbia ichpeya. And then put your dishes away. Yogapti chkeyam. Chkeyam. Yogapti bi chkeyam. Remember when I told you we're meaning more than one? They're putting the B at the end of all of it, and they have the B at the end of all of these. Hang up your coats now in your living room duties. Chuikagabi otkeya. Hang up your coats. Chahambabi sam eknaga. Chahambabi sam eknaga. Put away your shoes. I said the garbage, throw away the garbage. We said that. I'm not going to say that again. Inkbabi udodo. Clean all the tops. That's meaning the countertops. And your floor again. Cha owaji udodo. Kitchen duties. These are the same, but I'll go through them again. Iogapti iknaga. get dishes ready or set the table, they said. Tawa, tawod, do, sorry, tawoyud hachayam, tawoyuda hachayam, put away the food. Iogapti yujaja, wash your dishes. Inkbabi yudodo, again, clean your tops. Cha owaji yudodo, clean the floor. Your bathroom, oh sorry, your bedroom. Owanga nitawa gaha, Owanga nitawa gaha. Owanga meaning your bed, nitawa yours, make your bed, gaha to make your bed. Hahebi nitawa sa nagabi, put your clothes away. Hayabi nitawa sam iknagabi, put your clothes away. Chakinja homni sam iknagabi, there we go. Put your toys away. Again, clean your floors. Cha owaji udodo. Pyo, sorry. Tiaok baza yusni. Turn off the lights. Tiak baza. That doesn't sound right. I'm not saying that right. I'm sorry. I'm not articulating that right properly to you. Tiak, oh, there we go. Tiak baza yasni. I knew it. Tiak baza yasni. Now, we're going to talk about your winduka TB, udodo, to clean your bathroom. Sorry, I never read the tops of it. I was just scurrying along. Nuwa ujaja. Nuwa ujaja. Wash the shower. Ona oa ujaj jusina ujaja. Oh, owan. Sorry. Again, I'm not doing that. I'm not articulating that properly. I'm going to close my eyes and Onewa Jusina Ujaja. There we go. Owinduka Ujaja. That's Owinduka, someplace where you pee, so that's the toilet bowl itself. Again, Ichbeya, throw your garbage away. And again, to sweep the floor. Cha Owajiha Tigadodo. Nakoda, TB home, Nuwa, your shower or to bathe. Pa nitawa ujaja. Paha, sorry. Paha nitawa ujaja. Inde nitawa ujaja. Istobi nitawa ujaja. Tacha nitawa ujaja. Tacha meaning your body. Huhubi nitawa ujaja. Wash your legs. Sihabi nitawa ujaja. Wash your feet. Now to wipe yourself off, to dry yourself off. Bakinda. Aha nitawa bakinda. Inde nitawa bakinda. Tancha. There we go. Tancha nitawa. I'm telling you, deer, wash your deer, you guys. Tancha nitawa bakinda. When I told you takta, I was telling you deer, wash your deer. Sorry. Tancha nitawa bakinda. Wipe your body. Istobi nitawa bakinda. Okay, wipe your arms. Huhubi nitawa bakinda. Your legs, wipe your legs. Sihabi nitawa bakinda. Wipe your feet. Those are just things, some stuff you use with your children after they get out of the bath. In the morning time, you could use that. I guess you'd have to tell them if they were in the shower, and then they can dry off. Those are really good things. And then when we put lotion on, ipoha inde agan bawinda. bawinda. A imopag, that's your lotion. Tacha agan bawinda. A imopag istobi agan bawinda. Bawinda, sorry. A imapoha hubi agan bawinda. A imoga sihabi agan bawinda. And then last one, when everybody hahebi gich'un. Hayabi gich'un. Hayabi gich'un. Put your clothes on. Maheda umbi nitawa gich'un. Maheda umbi nitawa gich'u. That's your underclothes. Chawiknaga nitawa gich'un. Your shirt. Huska nitawa gich'un. Your pants. Oyak'un nitawa gich'un. Your socks. Put them on. And chahambi nitawa gich'un. Your shoes. And now your shirt. If you notice, your shirt and your coat are the same thing. Chuwiknaga. Oh, they're calling it a Chuwiknaga tanga nitawa gich'un. They say them the same anyway, the shirt and your jacket. And then it gives an acknowledgement on the back, as you see, to all the creators of this language bowl. Now, you guys, oh, there we are. I'm so sorry. I wasn't checking. Oh, you never mind about Teresa, Sister Brown. I'm kidding. Is my camera not on? Oh, now can you guys see everything, or I'm so sorry. I wasn't minding my chats. I apologize, I forget.
Yep, I see you.
Okay, awesome. Any questions?
Teresa, with those phrases that you were going through, do you mind sending me a page of that later?
They're all on, if you go on, you got the, they're right under tonight's email that they sent you.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'll go through that again.
And you know what, Travis? I have a bigger one. I can send you a bigger one as well. Any of you want a bigger one, more in depth? I could send it to the Regina Library actually, and they can send it to you guys. I'll just have to go through I'll have to go through and find it. I know it's.
I would be interested in a more in-depth version, definitely.
Any more questions? Another, last week we did the Jeopardy. I told you about bingo, even with the numbers. You can sit down family night and have, when you have game night. We usually try to have game night on Saturday nights. You can do the number bingo as well. That'll help with the numbers. The numbers are really easy though, you guys. Like, the kids, like, my grade twos, my grade twos got the numbers. Especially if they see the pattern. If they see the pattern, they'll get it.
I saw at a library in North Dakota or South Dakota, they have the steps numbered in Dakota, and you could probably do that at your house for your kids. That'd be a really easy way to teach them.
Yeah, good idea. As well as your cup. I don't know. After you sit down a couple of times with your kids and you like show them the cup, the spoon, the knife, it doesn't take them long to catch on at all. Like, especially for the kids, like they'll catch on really easy. That's why, like, for you to build this language nest in your home and to start using these phrases in your home, especially with your children, like they will catch on in no time.
Yeah, working with children in the language is really amazing because you really get to see how fast their brains really pick up on it. Like there's in linguistics, we have to study children learning language and adults learning language separately because it's such a different neuro kind of reaction.
Oh, for sure. Like some of them, like you say, like I always use gaga because it's got both B's in there. Like some of those kids pick up those sounds like they're saying them better than I do some days.
There's also epigenetic memory too, right?
Mhm.
Like is very real. Like they're starting to scientifically verify the existence of epigenetic memory. So
Mm, I don't know. Your kids would probably go back to your money. Masaska maku, masaska yaching. I gave you the I want watching. You want yaching, right? Those are some of the verbs that you can conjugate. I want, you want.
Chingish.
Nope, we
I do
don't
not
want
want.
that. Yes. Oh yeah, that's what I was. That was the other thing. But then for our don't have it here. Oh yeah, maybe I should do that. I can't even turn that paper over. So in Nakoda also, if you'll notice that in this language bowl, as we were talking, as we were speaking, or as I was speaking to you, um, when I talk about myself in the sentences, I'm always a ma in here, right? Mastusta, I'm tired. I'm always in Nakoda, we're always a ma in most of the sentences when we're conjugating our verbs.
ade wakitanga wakan kanuba makuno.
Me is usually you or the other person. Me.
Father Great Spirit, give me the holy pipe.
Mm-hmm.
Wakan kanuba makuno.
Yeah, ma, I, na is usually you. When if you've seen in all one these, we're pluralizing, right? When we use the B comes up in your language, that's pluralizing. And then when this is a good one, it's future. Remember, I always tell you when I leave you guys, "Ake wichim nagingta." I haven't seen you yet, but I will see you again, is what I tell you. And what was that? Oh, our last one is, and that makes it negative. That negative, like what, like you said, wachingesh. Don't want it. Then there's those declarations, I guess. No, he, wo, and bo. Those are for mostly for the men, except for the I guess the order. When females want somebody to do something, we usually use the wo as well, or the bo. We use no. My dad used no a lot here in Carry the Kettle, and sometimes when I think about my dad, I think today when I think about it, I'll throw that in there. Like I don't know why I still do it. And heh, for us women, we use this most sometimes when we're asking a question. So that's your question marker for us women. But like I said, if you starts with a D word, then you don't have to. I think that's all. I think
You can throw in the ha on a D question for emphasis. So like dokanya un ha for how are you instead of how are you.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, you can do that. You can do that heh on a dagu or a dok.
For emphasis, yes, it'd be like so dokanya un ha would be like how are you instead of how are you.
See, and back in the day, they wouldn't. Well, especially for the women, we wouldn't do that. We would simply say, "Oh, dokenya, oh," like we'd really emphasize the "oh," right? The men would
Dagu doka u heh.
dagu, huh? Okay.
Dagu doka u. So what are you doing?
Dagu dogu.
Dagu doka u. Heh.
I know.
Would that be what are you doing?
Yeah, dagu dok. No, no. Yeah, that it says that. It says in the book. I could never articulate that. What are you doing? Dagu ichanu. I would say here. That's what we would say here. So, and that's for pet. This is a lot of this is for pet, as I said. And what I knew in carry the kettle, I translated it to carry the kettle. Did you get it? Dagu
Oh,
ichano,
yeah.
I would say. Like, what are you doing me? If I would say, see, but I'm not saying that's wrong. That's what they say in Tuk. And I'm not going to. You can ask things in different ways. Like, there's no wrong way. That would be the right way. Um, you can say like Nakoda. You can describe things in different ways, and Nakoda's a descriptive language, right? So you say it the way you feel comfortable, or like I said at the beginning, like even in Carry the Kettle, like every family says, even though we all speak Lakota, there's always
You
different
can
dialects.
describe things differently as long as the word order is intact or whatever the SOV, subject, object, verb, I think it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, very very good. But I mean, if you're gonna do that, it should be right. So I guess yeah. But I should have said that. Yeah, exactly. Um, when I see this, I'm just going through stuff, thinking like, what else could I throw in in your language bowl for you? Um, but I'd like to throw this. Just where were we here? You know, um, to read. I went to go get my eyes checked, and they told me that I had cataracts. So they gave me these glasses, and I have to go next week for another appointment. But anyway, but to read, oh my word.
If they give you the option to get those removed, you definitely should, because my grandma had cataracts and she had them removed, and it actually helped her a lot.
Yes, I am going actually. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna put this way down here. Right there, Wawashi. It means to work. That was actually my last name before the Indian agent. He couldn't pronounce that, so he changed our name into Owach. Wawashi. Can you see the resemblance?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think I've
Oh, your microphone went off. You think you what?
sorry, I hit the thing. Just trying to go. Sorry, just forget what I said. I'm just trying to go over some stuff with the old watch stuff. I'm just looking for it right now.
You notice when I we're going through our body parts this month, and just 5 old body parts. I went like this for their in day for your face, your eyes are your where the camera's backwards because of the writing. So ishta
So this
to my eyes
the past and the future markers, how do you use those? Like, where do they go in a sentence?
at the end of the
Okay.
word that you're or the verb that you're conjugating.
Okay, so that's the exact opposite of Ojibwe. That's very confusing.
You know,
And the
I don't know
top
how
one is B, right?
it's me. This one here, B, yeah, it's pluralizing it.
B.
You notice when I said when I was talking about our feet, wash your hands, it had B at the end of all of them because you have more than one foot
Is
and more
is
than one
there
hand.
is there a past tense marker in addition to the future tense marker?
Yeah,
Like
we usually use the word shucks. I just had it here. Just give me one sec. There's actually 3 of them that we can use. For the past, when we talk about past, we talk about we'll say like wanagash before it. When we're talking about yeah, wanagash.
Wanaga. I like the diacritic marker for the sh sound. I think that we should use that in Ojibwe because it would make our words a lot shorter. There's a lot of that SHZH sound in Ojibwe that could just, if we just use that little pointy guy, it would make a lot of our words shorter. I think they do in Celto in Western.
This is supposed to be a. This is a. We, she. Sorry. I don't. Yeah, I don't write very often. You can tell. Not very often. I write in my classes. Also, and when we're talking about somebody that's something that's over there, you would refer to as it gaki. It's over there. And then also when you're referring to time, we would say estena, like for like to be early, like estena kniwo, come home soon, like come home early. Estena. Like ne would be here, je would be there, and ga would be over there as well. Those would be some of the those are some demonstratives, or that would go with. How would you say marry your sentences together? So next week is our last week, right? So I think next week we will do one more Jeopardy, because I really like that, because then that you guys, you challenged yourselves, and then you guys got to find out like how much you knew, right?
Oh yeah, that was a very good.
That was it. Was a good way to see how much you guys acquired from these hours that I have with you every week. But it's not going to be this. For me, I thought this was really easy, and I know it wasn't. Probably not for you guys that are just learning. Travis, you probably would have found it's really easy because you're. I know.
Actually, you know what? The last Jeopardy we did last week, I really found out I really need to work on my numbers and like the adding and all that sort of stuff, because I've been just working on a lot of phrases, words of stuff, all that sort of stuff, trying to work on word conjugation, but literally have just been skipping the basics.
See,
I've been speaking Ojibwe. I've been speaking Ojibwe for 3 years, and I still don't know my numbers 100%. So don't feel too bad.
But the for us, like the three pattern, or especially the two patterns that you learn, and it's just two patterns. After you see the patterns, like go back and look at the numbers, and then look at the pattern that I showed you. Like there's just those three patterns, right? After you know those patterns, you're gone.
Yeah, I think only for like 100 and 1000 do the numbers really get any kind of different in Nakoda.
In Nakoda too, you see, and I didn't even try to teach myself those numbers.
Yeah, reasonably, you're not going to use those numbers when you're talking about Indian things, unless you're like, yo, there must be 1,000 people here. I think that's the highest number I would ever use.
This is how one of the language books that I have has the Nakoda language structure while I'm rifling through papers. This is from Fort Peck as well, I believe. 4-star, Jerome 4-star's work, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I shouldn't be saying that if I'm not 100% sure, and I don't have the front of it. But I've got a few of theirs from there, so I would say so.
Yeah, I'm on the Armin MacArthur and the Wilma Kennedy book. That one that I think I'm on that sort of section in that book of what you just showed us with the.
Okay. Have you gotten a new dictionary? Has anybody got, Travis, have you got a new dictionary?
Is that the one you sent me through Messenger?
No, there's a new one out. It's blue in it. It just came out, I think, a while back. I haven't ordered it yet.
Yeah, I wanted to order the new Vincent Colette one, but it's like $100, so I'm gonna have to wait a little bit.
For me too. I should order it though.
I might order it when I get my next paycheck, because I'm going out on the powwow trail or whatever, so I'm not gonna have time to study on the internet.
Yeah, especially if you have to. They should have free Wi-Fi at all the powwows. I'm just kidding.
They should, for the language people, really.
What else do we have here? I think that I don't know if any questions. Like I don't know what else to share with you. Oh, next week, like I said, I will make it. I'm gonna make it harder.
Is there a word for red willow in Nakoda?
Cha sha sha.
Ta sha sha.
Cha
Oh,
Ta.
cha
Ta sha sha.
cha. See,
cha, cha.
yeah. Cha is wood and sha sha is red willow.
Cool.
Actually, we little. I'll tell you about my morning this morning. We had when my sister Frida was alive, she started the health, I guess, invited her to do some work with dementia. That what they did, it started in Australia, and the Nakoda people were the second indigenous group to have it done, and it's they turned it into testing for dementia. And we wrapped up today. We finished that today, so they're gonna actually fly us out to Toronto in October to I guess to see. We're
That's
getting
awesome.
a meeting. Yeah, it was deadly. It was a good morning. Then I was talking to Felix, and
Okay.
we were looking for the word for teams. Anybody know a word for teams?
Like as in like a group of players together, like a team.
I asked Felix, he couldn't remember. But now if you look in a dictionary, there's one. But this is what I didn't.
I don't have a dictionary. I have a phrase book though.
Yeah, I guess if you go back to basketball, Tapshkad o Kona Giche. Tapshkad o Kona Giche.
Hear that? That's basketball. Tapshkoda Okana Gichie. That's basketball or Okna. Just 1 second. Let me focus in on my phone here, you guys. Sorry. Okna Gichie. And what it means is like to make friends with someone. The Tabashkada is playing with the ball. Basketball. Any questions? Anybody else have any questions? We were just having dead air, you guys. So told you about salt, right? Salt is what else? I'm just thinking about random stuff. Salt is sorry. Let's talk about pepper then. Chump.
Ooh,
Oh gosh. Let's talk about sugar, chashmuyab. There we go. Shtushtena. Shtushtena pepper and champasab. Sorry, shtushtena salt and champasab pepper. I just had to say one of them to remember, get my mind going again. I'm sorry, I lost track. The dog sounded like he bit something outside, and both my cat or one of my cats are outside, so I was thinking, he's got my cat. She'll tune him in, I'm sure. Yeah. Talking about talking, when you say ake iya, you can tell someone to say it again. Iya is to say it. When you're talking to your children, maybe you could say ake iya, say it again. What else can I say? Well, when you're saying wana inunga, tell them go to bed. Wana go to bed, and they're gonna ask you how come, right? And then you can tell them jechen, because that's the way it is. Kidding. Jechena, that's the way it is. I don't know. When they have friends over, you can tell their friends it's supper time. Wanati dakna. Go home now. Hmm. I'm trying to think of random stuff to tell you guys that would go in your language that you would need. Oh, how about, how do you say that? Omigia. Am I saying it right? Omigia. Yep, I think I'm saying it right. To tell me. Omigia, tell me. Yep, Omigia, tell me. What else can I say? I told you Mak'u to give me. Hatiwo, excuse me, or move off the way. I told you that's in your phrases. We're talking about numbers. You're giving skuya candies, giving them candies. Donut ching. How much do you want? You're offering more than one. Taganshkad, go play outside. How about that one? Remember, I said, what did I say? Hatiwo, excuse me. Samia, go over there. What else was my dad? Let's see. Samia, Hatiwo, Samia. Dokdamia, go, yeah, go over there, go away. 3 ways. Hatiwo, we said was excuse me. Samia, go over there. Hokdamia, go over there. I don't know. Anybody, any questions? Anybody want to know? Have any questions that they want to ask, or any phrases that they'd like to know? You want to add to your bowl?
I was talking to somebody who speaks Lakota, and they thought Hatiwo meant move.
Yeah, it does. Like literally, it means to get off the way.
Yeah. They're like, oh, I was like, I don't know. I was taught to excuse me. Like,
yeah, it does. I even had a grade 4 student, no, grade 5 student, when I went in and started trying to, he argued with me. His grandmother's a speaker, so he argued with me. It means get off the way. And I said, yeah, it does. Like, it does mean get off the way, but we're putting manners on it. I explained to him, like,
we're making it a little bit nicer. Because
yeah, exactly.
sometimes the translations for commands are extremely literal in the Indian languages or American Indian languages. Yeah, the very literal translations for commands and stuff like awas, our command for like move out the way means go away. It means go that way.
I remember being told "Inataga," shut your mouth many times. Just kidding. Inataga. Open. What did I say? Yushpa Nataga. Remember that? Yeah, I remember when I was a little girl. I remember being told "Inataga" a few times. Shut your mouth. That's exactly what it means, though. What else? I think that's about it. That covered all our language bowl. So remember to look through your phrases. I'll probably have the 5 senses. Our Nakoda board will be bigger. Oh gosh, which reminds me about Nakoda board. I'm in Saskatoon. We wrap up at 3 o'clock next Tuesday in Saskatoon. Would you guys mind starting at 8 o'clock next Tuesday? That'll give me that extra time to. Would that be okay with Regina Library, or no?
I'm not sure about it, but I will ask,
I
and
mean,
they will gonna send you an email.
okay.
Yeah.
And if not, then I'll stay in Saskatoon one more night. Kidding. I have because I have I've been in the hotel rooms, a couple times there. So,
But
but
I
yeah,
think it would work. But we will send you an email if in
okay.
case.
And you
Yeah.
know what? Maybe I can leave early. It's like if I leave Saskatoon even at 2:30, 3:30. Oh yeah, even if I left half an hour earlier, I'm sure would be fine. No, we won't worry about it. I just
Okay,
didn't,
just let us know.
I just didn't want to
Okay.
be driving like a maniac. And then today, the roads were really bad today. They shut down a couple of the highways there. So Nina Shnu Shnuda Ochangoja. That road was very icy.
Ochangu.
The road. Ochangusha, the red road. Maza Ochangu, they said was a train. I would Maza is I said like it could be train tracks because Ochangu is the road, right? Maza, iron road, train tracks, I would think. Dukas no kwaish.
Yeah, Ochangu Omani Washte. That means
Walk the good road.
walk the good road. I always Kevin Haywee always tells me that.
All right. And I noticed too, like when people are talking on the phone or over, like they'll always say "Nambechim losing," like I'll shake your hand and that's
Shake
our
your hand, yeah.
yeah, that's our
I was
respect.
actually gonna ask you if you said that to everybody.
Um, I don't, which is kind of sad because that entails so much respect, right? That's what our language is based on, that respect and that yeah, especially the respect with kinship. So I should be telling all
Oh,
of you that. I'll tell you that before I leave today, so I don't feel guilty. Okay.
oh,
I'll try to use it more too. Like yeah, for sure. Like I don't know why, because that is like a very very sign of
Um,
respect.
So for pronouns, when you're speaking like in a sentence, like if I wanted to say like I'll use like a really simple example from Lakota Peyote song. They use the pronoun I twice. They say, "Want to watch in yellow, I want to live." But do you have to use the pronoun twice, or do they just do that for the song?
I think they just do that for the song because
Okay.
um okay, let's talk about aktaga. When I speak about the word aktaga, I won't say he or she. In English, I would say he runs. In Nakoda, I would simply say aktaga, meaning he or she runs. Woda, he or she eats. I don't have to say he or she eats. When I say woda, I'm talking about he or she eating. He or she is always like we don't use that word, but it's in the word that we use. I don't know how to explain that.
it's not gender specific.
Yeah, except for our kinship and like I
Yep.
said, the commands, the ho, the bo, the wo, and even the he.
I was just wondering about the frequency of the use of pronouns because in Ojibwe you don't have to use a pronoun again until you switch subjects. Like so if I say that I am doing something, I can continue to talk about myself doing something without having to use a pronoun until I start talking about a different subject. I was just wondering if the same thing applies to kind of like Nakoda and Siouan languages.
No, no, I would say not.
So if I start a new sentence, then I have to use the pronoun again, definitely.
Yeah. From
Okay.
what I've heard from what I've heard in the recordings of the elders speaking, they always, and when when you listen and you're trying to like especially when they're telling a story, they repeat themselves like time and time again. Like when they're telling that story, so sometimes when they're translating that story and you're repeating it, they repeat it this time a few times. And that's only from listening to the elders that I'm answering that. I had to think about that one for a while. And by listening to the elders, yes, they do. They repeat it again. Mm,
So when they're telling the stories, it would be like, I do this and then I do that and then this and that, instead of I do this, that, and that, and that.
I think now that your language is evolving, that we would probably do that now. But if you look back, even in some of the resources that I have from Fort Belknap, that's how they say it. My grandmother made potatoes, and then she made gravy. Then she made. That's how it's worded when they tell the story, and that's how it's translated.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Did you use some of the animals? I have some of the animals that you would use, dog and cat being mostly your ones that you would probably use every day. Shunga and Buza. Spring is coming, I guess. Your flies will be coming around. Your flies are your hochnaga. Sorry, that's not hochnagen. There we go. Hochnagen, not your hochnaga. I'm burning something. Hochnagen. If you remember mosquito grizzly bear head, champu. I slaughtered that. Sorry, champuka. Oh no. Champunga. There we go. Champunga. Sorry, that is a mosquito. What else can I remember without having to look? Woga, you're a grasshopper. Chuchmaga, you're a bee. I don't know. Kitty. Mamnuska. They're mostly all bugs, like animals. And same as our when we talk about rodents, I told you that our mice are bispizana, but some of our squirrels are just bispizana tanga, bispizana Nakoda, our gray squirrel. Same as owls, we have different words for owls. Actually, I got shared. I got shared today. Do you remember any? Well, Travis, maybe Joseph Runs is from our reserve, and I got shared some of the bugs that he had. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Are we looking at the bugs?
Yep. No, sorry, the bugs, the birds, zitkanas,
Oh, yeah.
different kind of birds. How is that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I could say Wamni, Nukasan.
Yeah, all kinds like pahunda, like some of them I haven't heard before, and I didn't see any in the dictionary. There's one more page of them that I was gonna. How do I get out of this? And here's the other page, just so in case you don't. If you guys want a copy of it for your own, you can probably take it off here. Travis, I could probably send this to you if you'd like. And those are that old. He hasn't been. He passed on many years ago. And sorry, you guys, I didn't even realize here I'm going on, and it's 8:06. I guess it's time to go. I'm so sorry, Miss.
Yeah, it's okay. Thank you everyone for attending the program tonight. We'll see you again next week. Thank you, Teresa, for the knowledge that you have shared to us. Have a great evening. Bye for now.
Okay, wait, chim na gingta, Iuhan.
No, yeah, Teresa.